changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this damage. In the way I feel, can't stand it. Baby, I don't understand this. You're changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this damage. In the way I feel, can't stand it. Baby, I don't understand this. You're changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this damage. In the way I feel, can't stand it. Baby, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Girl, you're making it hard for me. Girl, you're making it hard for me. Girl, you're making
Hey, what's going on there, buddy? Welcome to the stream. So I think the last thing that I did was I was making characters and deleting them for the Sparks to create Ubers. Actually, I know that's what I was doing last. So we're gonna take a look at that. And I'm gonna craft an Uber on the stream. So hopefully we get a GA, which means greater apex if you're new to the patch and everything. They've added in these greater apexes, and the whole thing is they've redone the loot. It's way better now, by the way, if you're wondering if it's a good time to come back. The answer would be yes. uh I've been creating necromancers and deleting them. This happens to be actually my first female necromancer that I created. Anyway, so I've already leveled her, so you guys don't have to watch me level a build that I'm not gonna play through. I already have a level 100 necromancer anyway, but I could show you what she does real quickly before we craft. Hold on a minute. So it looks like I've already grabbed it. I did this like half asleep when I was last night, or maybe it was the night before. I can't remember. I watched Dune last night. If you haven't seen Dune, the new Dune movie, it is really good. I watched part 2, and I can't wait for part 3. But they're talking about 2027 for the next installment, part 3. Oh man, that's so far away. Um, so once you get all these right, if you're new to the theme, this theme, you can get a spark for each character you create. When you get down here, it says a mount trophy, legendary amulet, and resplendent spark, all polished to gleaming in honor of your service to the Iron Wolves. So use the cash to receive your rewards. So I already got the cash of mine. You just seen it. Um. So I like to open stuff over here at Kmart is what I call it. Stolen from racks. Over here, because if you're full, or for some reason it doesn't go into your inventory, there's nowhere to destroy it over at the Iron Wolves camp. So now I should have my 4th spark after, and I don't recommend you do this. At first I was recommending it, building characters and deleting them, unless you have a lot of spare time on your hands. I don't have, well, I mean, I guess if you're not working or something, don't have a job, I would say do it, but that's my fourth one, as you can see. So we can now craft the Turiel's Might for the Whirlwind build that I was going after. Let's get rid of this junk in here. Oh no, that might be worth something. I don't use trade sites, but I'm thinking about starting to, so maybe I'll sell that. Because that was a, oh, that's a 2GA. I don't know if that will even sell. Yeah, all this stuff is junk. So. I was using Ubers for this, to level up these 4 different, characters. And, I've already deleted the other 3 because they don't have that many character slots. And, most of my characters are holding gear because, of the stash problem. The stash problem is also a huge issue. But I'm using the, Shaco and, the grandfather, and those are the 2 Ubers that I was using. You don't have to use these. You can use a hulking and, a good weapon, and, you'll be fine. And this is an easily found, this is an Uber, this is an easily found unique, and this is what brings the build together, really. This, and then the lazy, sacrilegious soul. This just adds more explosions, the Death Speaker pendant, and then, every 6th attack is an explosion, so more explosions. And this is a level 50, but I have a lower level one, so you can find low level stuff. These are only 40 because of the gem, so if I remove the gem, it's level 35. So basically, you want to get your character to level 35. And I think I went over this last episode that I did. So if you want to look at that, you can. It's on YouTube. But yeah, it's a pretty simple process. I'm not sure if I did it on stream or not. I can show you real quickly before we never use this character again. Real quickly what it looks like to run her. Sorry guys, I got a cold or something. I'm gonna have to take some pain pills here in a minute.
I need time to do that.
So we'll just run one last one here. So they are gonna nerf the Holy Bolt, but I don't know by how much, really. Just to give you a little demonstration of the light show. And that's all you do. You just do that, and it deletes the entire screen. You can see that the death pendant is making each minion explode with blood surge, and obviously I'm doing AoE myself, but mostly my minions are doing all the work. Even without Holy Bolt, this thing will delete the entire screen. Even without the Shaco, and not Shucko. I know some people call it Shucko, but it's really Shaco. I don't care what anybody says. there's no E in it, but it's silent, so, or it's not silent. I don't know why. I don't know, I guess that's up for debate, but in my opinion, a lot of people call it Shaco, and that's what I've called it my entire life, so. First, to be technical and just call it a Harley Quinn. Crest. Yeah. Shaco comes from Diablo 2. So yeah, that's basically the build right there. And then what happens is when you can just go to so that was 138 Iron Wolf points, and then each one of these chests here, you'll get 100. No, how many points is it? Hold on, 120 points. You get 120 points per chest. So I didn't get any there because I've already completed all the Iron Wolf crap. So that's why you didn't see that. It's 120 per chest, but only in World Tier 2. In World Tier 3 and 4, it's only 60. So don't open chests in that World Tier. And if you want to, say you don't want to even farm on this character, you can farm on your other character for cinders. And the secret to that is, there's a secret way of doing it. I don't know if it's considered exploiting. I don't think it is. If you have a high character, you can farm cinders in World Tier 4, which goes really quickly. I didn't do this, except for the first time. I did do it one time to level my character. What you do is you... that hammering is bugging the shit out of me. I know, it's crazy, right? That actually bothers me. I wish they would remove that sound from the game. It's very annoying. So what you do is you go to World Tier 4, right? Okay? And when you're in World Tier 4, you farm like normal. You go to the spawn point, you collect all the cinders you can. Roughly about 15 to 1600 will be enough to get all the chests on each region of the maps in Helltide. So you gotta leave yourself about 15 to 16 minutes. So at that point, once you've collected that many, you switch over. But here's the deal: you make sure that you are in Helltide when you're logging out. So leave game, not log out. Leave game with your high level character in Helltide, and have your low tier character also in Helltide too. Before you do this, leave the game while they're in Helltide. So you'll have your character sitting in World Tier 2, your low level, and your high level in World Tier 4, and you're getting all these a lot more cinders quicker. And then your low tier character, all you have to do is collect all the chests in World Tier 2, and you're good. So you don't even have to fight. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is open up those chests, and you get 120 points each time. And this way, you're avoiding having to deal with any gear whatsoever for your character. So that's one way of doing it too. I just thought I would mention that. This build, real quickly before, because we won't be playing this again. This is something that I put together myself. It was a base leveling build when I first started, and I put this just to spend some points, to get to the next tier level, and then I put all my points in a blood surge, the paranormal blood surge, and then there was a little bit of an essence problem. So at early level there was. So if you're having essence problems, you want to put 3 points here. Uh, and of course, you want your hued flesh, um, because you get your damage has up to 12% chance to create a corpse. So the more corpse, the better when you're dealing with blood surge, because you're running that the whole time. And then I went with the corpse explosion over the Iron Maiden, because uh, Iron Maiden takes 0 essence, so that's good for when you start out the very start. So you can use that instead. I mean, it's really good for beginning at the very start of the level, but I just usually throw it into corpse explosion, and the Shaco really brings out the damage. You don't need to have Shaco, like I said, so you'll be fine without it. Just use hulking aspect on your helmet. Um, and then Skeleton Warrior Master, I put 3 in there. Um, I also put 3 in here, even though because again with the essence, you can get away with putting 1 point here and 3 in here, but you need to have 3 in this one. So make sure you put 3 in Fielded by Death. Um, I put 1 point in amplified damage because we're not really running curses, and I don't know why I put that there. Actually, to be honest, that you could probably skip putting that there and put it somewhere else, like allocate it over here to Death's Approach, which would give you a little bit more speed. The Necromancer is really slow, so I felt like I needed to at least put 1 point. And close to enemies, you take 6% more damage. And you deal 12% less damage to you. So, um, I mean, yeah, I put 3 there. And then Skeleton Mage Mastery, increase the damage and life of your skeleton's mage by 60%. This is huge. You have to have this. So make sure to put 3 points in that. And then you come down here to the Corpse Tendies. I call it Tendies, I know. And come over here to Plague Corpse Tendrils. Is where I put that, and just 1 point is good enough. And then you want to put 3 points here as well, at the when a corpse is formed from your skill or minions fortify. So it just keeps your minions alive and whatnot. And then you come down here to the Golem Mastery. Golem Mastery is important because that's where your main damage is going to be coming from once you get to those higher tiers, if you're going to continue playing with this build. And Army of the Dead, I definitely like this because for bosses and stuff like that, and if there's no corpses around, it will refuel your minions, say if they're dead or not. But this season it seems like they haven't really been dying that much, so you probably don't even need this. This is a subjective. You could put this somewhere else if you wanted to. Put 3 Inspiring Leader, 3 to Hellbent Commander, 1 to Death Defense, and 2 to Bonded in Essence, because you want to have that healing for your minions and stuff, so that way you don't have to take care of it. It's kind of like laziness. And then, of course, I put 1 down here. Your minions gain 3% attack speed, because attack speed's important. Yeah, so there you go. That's the build that I was using. And the gear is, I, like I said, you can use hulking instead. I got you can gather all this low level gear within the Hell Tides. That's what I did from the chests and whatnot. This stuff is just basic. It says level 45, but I mean, it's so common to get these. Like, if I come over here to my stash, I probably have a bunch of low level ones. What is, no, that's not it. But you can see that's the this right here. No, it's 57. I might have deleted it. How odd. That's 45. Okay, well I had a 35, but this one's 45. And these are stronger ones that I found, and I put those on at higher levels. So basically, you just save the gear for your next one, and like even the Mendel's ring, I got level 18 requirement. So I mean, you can get all these at very low levels if you farm enough times, and you just hold on to the good items that you find for low level, obviously, so that way you're set up for the next character if you're gonna farm sparks. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have to say on that matter. Um, and so we're gonna create a whirlwind barb today. Let's go ahead and see what we get. This is the moment of truth. I put a lot of work into this, to farming these sparks, and so this is kind of a pivot moment for me, because if we get something bad, I'm not going to be happy. I'm just going to let you know straight off the bat. But you come down here to the alchemist, and you can craft that. So hopefully we get one with the GA. Excuse me. Go to transmutate sparks. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're not gonna do it on here. We're gonna do it on a barbarian, because that would make more sense to do it on the barbarian. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna grab that low level gear and just put it on this character, because I don't think I'm gonna delete this character just yet. I got all this crap in here. I mean, I got way too much crap. So all my slots are used right now. I think I'm just gonna keep this one and delete something else. So my level 100s right now are these three that I've decided to keep. I might delete my Conan Bash Barb. Damn, man. I don't know if it's sinuses or if I'm coming over with a cold or something, but yeah. So I'm thinking about getting rid of Conan and creating a whirlwind barb, but we might just um go ahead and use Dax instead. I don't know what to do. I mean, Dax is my double swing barbarian. Um and he does the Dust Devils too. Let's take a look at him real quick and I'll decide if I want to delete him. see what kind of damage he does. I don't really recall if he was strong or not. There's no Legion up right now. I mean, not Legion, there's no Helltides. Let me look real quick. 1 minute and 25 seconds till next Helltide. And the same with Legion. What a perfect time to start a Legion. That's fine. I'll just go out here and we'll see. Yeah. Well, maybe we will keep him. I kind of like the feel of it. Yeah, he's pretty strong. Okay, we're gonna keep him. Yeah, I don't want the bash barb. Which means we have to level him to 100. Let me see what kind of gear I have on him. Although I could turn this guy into the fillet barb. Yeah. Looks like I have crap gear on him. You know what? We'll just turn this guy into the fillet bleed barb. That's gonna be popular. This is garbage. This doesn't even have crit on it. Okay. To make things easier, we'll just convert Dax over to a whirlwind build. I think that would be best. Okay. So I don't know what's popular for whirlwind builds. So we're gonna take a look at that here in a minute after we create our Uber. Materials might, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Oh, what are you doing? Yeah, that's fine. We'll just, I mean, Whirlwind's gonna be, I don't know what would be stronger, Whirlwind or Double Swing. I had a lot of fun with Double Swing. It's less gear dependent, so I would recommend this build for people that don't have Ubers. Yeah, I guess that's my advice. It's really fun for leveling too. So find a good dust double swing if you don't have Uber gear. My cat has an issue where he meows really loudly. He's fine though, if you can hear that. And I'm getting messages on my phone now. Just 1 moment, please. Mom went to the emergency room, so So, we want to come over here to crafting. No, transmute spark. Sorry, I have a lot in my mind right now. Okay, so this right here is what we want, because we have everything. We have everything on this list except for the melted heart, the Andes, and this right here. And this is what we need for our whirlwind build. That's why we spent all this time, because this would not drop for me. No matter how many bosses I did, it would not drop. It fucking refused to drop. So let's hope for some 4 GAs. Let's go 4 GA right now. Will it with me? Okay. It's no GA, guys. It's no GA. Fucking piece of shit game. I spent like 4 days to get that fucking spark. 4 sparks. It was a spark a day basically, because I wasn't playing like 12 hours a day or nothing, but I spent a lot of time. Anyway, we got our fucking Uber, so I wish that Blizzard would pull their head out of their ass and realize that there's not enough loot in the game to be making gear that is that's a necessity. Be only 0.0001%. I think that's fucking ridiculous. But that's just one man's opinion. I'm sure there's a lot of people that share that same opinion though. Yeah. So we got our armor finally. While at full life, your skill unleash a divine barrage. So there you go. I've never had it. This is the first time I've ever had this Uber. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with this build. So let's go to Kmart. So listen to that hammering. I think my cat is just super old. One of my cats, and he's been meowing obsessively. We took him to the vet. Uh, took him to the vet a couple days ago, and everything seems fine. I think he's just losing it. I don't know. So don't worry about him. He's fine. If you're an animal lover like I am, he's very well taken care of, and he's spoiled as hell, along with the rest of our cats here. So I don't even know if you can hear the meowing, but it's pretty loud. It sounds like a screaming goat, kinda. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the game, because we're gonna have to find a build first. I'm not just gonna create some random build. I'm gonna use a meta build. So We could just leave this open. That's fine. Let's see what Max Roll has. Hmm. It looks like they don't even have a blade build in S tier. I don't know what's going on with Max Roll, but lately I've come here and their guides are really good. I like their guides. I like the people that make this website. A lot of them I watch on Twitch, but I think that they're a little bit behind on updating it and like keeping it in the meta. So I don't think we'll be using one of these builds. Let's take a look. Holy shit, that was loud. Hold on a second. You didn't hear that because it was audio split, but a loud music just came on. Because these fucking earphone headset, it plays music if you tap it, double tap it, and I was trying to press it into my ear. Anyhow, yeah, that scared the shit out of me. Let's go ahead and fucking see what Rob2628's doing because it's a barbarian. He usually knows what's going on in the meta. He's very in tune. He plays a lot and he keeps things up to date. Although he spits out a lot of builds without trying them, I think. Or he only tries them for like a day. For the most part. Nah, he does test his builds, but he takes a lot of stuff from the Chinese. A lot of Chinese players. He's got friends everywhere. He even plays with Elon Musk. I can't believe it. It's kind of fun to watch him. He's a really good streamer. If you get a chance, check out Rob2628. This is his work here. We're going to be taking a look at his builds because he is usually, like I said, in up to date with everything and is very accurate with his findings, or he takes builds from other people and then kind of makes it his build. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He does give credit here, so it's not like he's stealing it, but I think he fine tunes stuff. So, which is totally cool. I mean, he's definitely a big asset to the Diablo community, and we're lucky to have him. Definitely. Um, so yeah, it's Rob2628 on Twitch TV if you get a chance. Check him out. He's good people. And so is Barricade. Barricade is really good people. If you're looking for a good streamer, a wholesome streamer, a person that doesn't feed you a line of bullshit, he doesn't shield for anybody, and he's just a good-hearted person. I highly recommend Barricade. Yeah. So Barricade is a very, very good person. A good heart. Um, and he's not in it for the money or anything. He's definitely a people person, so he cares about his community as well. I would highly recommend him as well. Another big asset to the Diablo community, who I think is should have a lot more viewers. Honestly, um, he should be up there with Rob, in my opinion. So, and maybe he will. Maybe people start catching on. I don't need to mention other names like Rax and I mean, there's other streamers too that are very big assets to the community. Anyways, so Flay Barb is gonna be the next hotness. after the patch hits, which is on Monday, not damage on Tuesdays. Which when I say that, that's kind of the saying that goes around the Diablo community, because on Tuesdays is usually when Blizzard nerfs things. Then Blizzard's known for nerfing, um, but it's gonna happen this Monday instead. I have no idea why Monday and not Tuesday, especially since Father's Day is coming up on tomorrow, Sunday. Rest in peace, Dad. I wish I could have seen you before you died. Um, anyways, uh, we we can take a look at this. I haven't looked at any of this stuff, so I just knew that Playbarb was gonna be the next thing here on Monday. Um, looks like he's moved some stuff down to the S, or all the way down to the A tier. See, I don't agree with this. This list here is for people that are hardcore players. This is all with perfect gear, so don't expect to get 150 clear if you make this build. In fact, if you even, I mean, obviously you can find all this right there on his Twitch. But yeah, this is with all perfect gear. You're not gonna clear 150. Okay, I can just tell you that right now, unless you know you have perfect rolls on all your gear. Which is impossible, but these are still good builds. So, I mean, you can substitute a lot of stuff and still it will fucking kick ass. So, it is worth looking at. But keep that in mind. This isn't even mid gear. This is not mid gear. This is all the way, you know, 100. I don't even want to put a gold price on what the gear is because it's insane. Um, Especially the firebolt. This one is a immortal tech is what they call it, which is absolute fucking bullshit. You won't get the gear for this. You won't get the rolls unless you, no, unless you have a big community feeding you gold or gear. You're not gonna get this. Okay, you just don't even. I tried to build this, and the rolls were too insane. I just kept bricking my gear, and I just got fed up. I'm not saying you can't do it, but the odds of you actually making this build is pretty slim. Okay, so I would stay away from this if you're gonna be looking at this orc. At least this build I would stay away from. Yeah, I mean you can try to make this. You're more than welcome. But I'm gonna say no to that. I haven't looked at display barb. What is this? Play barb, holy bolt, elixir, and berserker. Uh, I don't know this build. And holy bolt's being nerfed, so he doesn't even have the grandfather in here. Okay, this is weird. Oh, cause it's fillet. Okay, never mind. So it's doing a 148 pit. So we might make this one later on that on the Conan character. But we're after Whirlwind, so he's got it down here. Bleed is good, best build for anything but killing bosses. Okay. Oh, it's a bleed build. I want the Dust Devil one. What is he using here? So he's using 4 Ubers. I have these 4 Ubers, so we can make this if we wanted to. Bleed Goblin Helltide. Cooldown reduction. Ranks to heavy-handed. So we might be doing that. Let's take a look at the video. There is no video. Oh yeah, there is.
Hey everybody, it's Rob here. I have some good news for all the fellow spin to win enjoyers. The Whirlwind Barb, at least with some variations, is insane for the season. For any like speed farm or farming content, this is the build to play. I'm in the game here right now with my character, and I actually managed to hit the 85 always cap. I managed to hit some pretty crazy notes here with my barb now. I've been maxed it since my last video where I was just giving you an overview, and today is finally time to go into all the in-depth stuff about the Whirlwind spin to win Barbarian. So buckle up, this is gonna be a rather long video again, and this is one of the best builds to do any speed farming in the game. I actually managed to beat tiers 95 to 100 in about 90 seconds here with the Whirlwind Barb, completely going crazy with a spin to win and the Elixir of Holy Bolts, but also with Turiel Smite. But a disclaimer before we get started, guys, this is a end game guide. This is not a beginner guide. If you want a beginner character, the Bash Barb is your pick. Because this character here, Whirlwind, historically has been very bad at killing bosses, and it still is very bad at killing bosses. But there are some ways we can still do decent boss damage, and we also have this insane area you guys can see here in the footage. It basically just blasts down this pit here in 1 minute. This has been like a record spawn time for me. And I also have a bunch more footage here of me doing this 90 seconds clear in 95 to 100 for hours and hours straight. Maybe I'll add some footage at the end here. We also have the build guide in the description. And like I said, I also have an FHQ that we want to go over about. But you just need to understand, guys, you need Uber Uniques for this build. There is one variant here, which is the minimum Uber Uniques to get and play this build efficiently. You need a Grandfather because this is a Whirlwind Bleed version. And the bleed is scaling your damage, else you have no damage if you don't have this. You need a Grandfather, and I also strongly recommend you have a Shaco. If you don't have a Starter Sky Ring, or you don't have Turiel Smite, there are options like the Rage of Haragas and the Edgemaster we will get into. But this is really an end game build. If you are beginning or starting out the season, you want to be playing Bash Barb. The build for Bash is also going to be linked in the description. You might have seen that already. But this build is a lot of fun, and I have some pretty crazy stats now because I min-maxed this character. And right now, we are basically hunting goblins with this character. This is one of the best speed farmers ever, and it's also one of the most enjoyable ones. So right now, what we're doing here, we're in a dungeon. Basically, extra shrines will appear in the dungeon. We are looking for greed shrines. Usually you do this in the group, but for this video and to showcase the build, I just want it in solo here, so the tier doesn't really matter. We're just in a low tier. Again, this is a speed farming build. It's not a high push or anything. You can do hundreds, you can do whatever you want, but it's not recommended for pushing and not recommended for boss killing. Because the main damage is not even coming from Whirlwind. In fact, And I'm going to go into more
Well, that's
details
what we
later.
need.
We
We
only
need it
have
for
1 point
pits,
in Whirlwind. The rest is coming
for
from the
speed
shuffle.
farming pits.
But what we are doing to deal damage
While we
is
build the
use
play.
our Tyrell's Might. So this, whenever I spin, you see these arrows? Like it spawns
So-
arrows. So while we are healthy, we are spawning arrows. And this one allows us to go pretty insane with all our arrows and get crazy AoE damage that we can then use Berserk
Notice
Ripping
how he
to
has
inflict
GA on everything he
crazy
touches.
bleeds. And on top of this Tyrell's Might, if you don't have it, and also if you have it, on top of this, you're also scaling your Dust Devil. So we're using the devilish aspect here. After we
Heavy-handed +6. Holy shit. Don't have that.
generate Fury, and we generate a lot of Fury because we get 10 Fury per kill multiplied by all our resource generation. And we also have a bunch of ways here to generate Fury. It's this buff here. So you guys can see here, it's just releasing Twisters every time I do stuff. And this Twister does direct damage that is then also scaled with Berserk Ripping and some pretty insane values here. Our crit chance and our crit damage with Gushing Wounds, this is the main principle of the build, is a multiplier X for all our damage. So we're getting 5,000 times 140% and then times 0.83 times the crit chance as a multiplier to all the bleeds. And this is like based on our direct damage with Berserk Ripping. You also want a lot of vulnerable because we do have another scaler which is also a multiplier in our Paragon boards. You might have seen this for my other bleed builds, which is Hemorrhage here, giving us another 50% X damage. My crit damage is so high because I'm using the Grandfather. You see, if I unequip it, it's only 2,000. If I equip it again, it's now 5,000. And also we're using Heavy-Handed here. This also is scaling the crit damage. I'm going to go into all the details here. This one is also giving you another 45x. And this is like double dipping because it works for Gushing Wounds. And it also works for the direct damage that we inflict. Because both our Tyrell's Might and our Dust Devils here from these two aspects that we scale with this one as a multiplier can also crit. So we are getting more direct damage with the crit and we're getting more bleed damage with the crit as well, thanks to the craziness of how Gushing Wounds works. And that is basically the main principle of the build. And you just have infinite AoE damage. Whenever a monster dies, you will get even more monsters. So I'm not sure if in this dungeon there is any goblins. Like I just opened this one. But
yeah,
the first
obviously
here is just an
he did this video when there wasn't a goblin event. That's done with, sadly, so we won't have time to. I mean, I was trying to get it before the goblin event ended, but I just didn't have the time to dedicate all day long doing that. I've been busy, so. So we get the idea of the build. We can come back to this and watch it if we need to. This is the build that we'll be using then. We'll give this a shot and see what happens. So let's copy that. Again, this can be found on his video. I'm not going to post his build on my stuff because that wouldn't be right. So make sure to follow Rob2628. He's very informative when it comes to barbarian builds. I mean, in general, he knows everything that's going on. He's very in tune with what's happening. If you want the latest information on Diablo 4, he's pretty intelligent too. So he's always up to date on everything. Yeah, I couldn't recommend another streamer that was more in tune with what's going on with Diablo at all times. So yeah, I speak very highly of him. He deserves it. I respect him too. He's a good dude. So we're gonna close this out, and we need to collect our Ubers. So let's go ahead and pull the Ubers off of her because she's got 2 of them that we need. Okay. So let's drop that in there. Actually, I'll pull those out and keep them on. Oh, okay. Okay. And I believe my Sork has the Starless. So we'll grab it off her. Yeah. Yeah, this fractured glasses. I hopefully they buff her so that we can play a little bit more of her this season before it all ends. Because I really wanted to make a good AoE build with her, with the frozen orb. That's what I was using. So we want to go to I haven't done any masterwork on any of this stuff either, and these are the wrong items, but I think we're just going to try to collect items, the items that we need. Later, or right now, we'll put on the power that we need, correct powers, and farm for the cure that we truly need, like critical strike's going to be important. What do you say? We need heavy-handed on the amulet, and yeah. So what's it else do we need? We had +7 to something. I don't remember what the fuck it was now. Oh well, doesn't matter. In the boots, regular boots. Let's see. Ranks to Warcry boots. Damn it. I don't think we even have that. I do have some barbarian gear on an alt. So we'll look for some boots that be good. These are just item holders of stuff that I've collected. Some of it's junk, some of it's good. Some of it I haven't had a chance to go through. It doesn't look like I have any boots on this fucking character. It's all weapons. What weapon do we need? Critical strike damage, dust devil size. Oh no, wait, that's something different. Fuck it. We'll just do with what we have. Okay, so we need some different gems in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gems. And then we need some reds. These look like these are out. I mean, obviously this isn't going to be the correct way to build this, but we're going to do it anyway this way, so until we get the right gear, we're just forced into this. Unfortunately. So we need 5 of these. Oh, fuck. I don't know why gems are so hard to get this season, but it's a little bit fucking ridiculous. Especially with the amount of hell tides and shit that I've done is absolutely fucking nuts. I don't know what the fuck Blizzard's doing or why they... What they did with the gem system is they destroyed it. It just... I don't even know what happens when I do this. Gives me 1,000. Okay. So... I need... off by... like 280, something... 278, whatever. Yeah, I fell short of getting... So I have some reds. There's one. some reds in here too. What the fuck is this? Shadow resistance is super bad. Lightning. And let's see what happens when I do this. Okay, cold resistance still needs to be in there. And then lightning. So make topaz. So it's just the poison that we need to watch out for, kind of. Until we can get our gear right. Obviously, our gear is definitely not right. We need boots, because we're not going to use yet. Well... maybe we'll just keep Yen's on for now, and we'll switch it later. What affix will we miss? We'll be missing... okay, we'll be missing... ranks to Warcry. Let me look at the boots real quick. I don't think I have Warcry boots. These are Necro boots. My guess is I don't have Warcry boots, but you never know. When you're building so many characters, it's hard to remember just what the hell you have, what you don't have. That's why my inventory is such a mess, as I've been creating different classes. I should have just stuck with one class like Barbarian and ran it the whole season. But I get bored when just using one class. Okay, so we need to find boots badly. Yeah, Ghost Walker is kind of an important aspect. We might have to just bite the bullet and use a pair of these boots here. We'll see how poorly it does without the boots. Okay, so gloves. Let's go change our affixes. It's Iron Warrior. Boots would be Ghost Walker, but we don't have that. Berserk Ripping. Dust Devil Aspect. What do I have on here? So we have what what they're saying to have here, except for the boots. And we'll see how this turns out. I'm kind of, oh, yeah, we're getting a lot of things like the board. We need to redo the skill points, the board real quickly, and there's no such thing as real quick with this, so just be a minute here. Now, okay. Two-hand axe as always. expensive, but whatever. This is the part that I hate. I wish there was like a copy paste feature, but there's not. I don't know why. I guess this is just not allowed, or like the API third-party applications aren't allowed. This is probably why there's not a copy like from website to game thing. Stupid in my opinion that they don't allow it. It just wastes everybody's time, excuse me. So we need to exploit on this one. Looks like I haven't leveled many of my glyphs on this build. Or previous build, I should say. So it looks like we're gonna have to be doing some pits as well. Warbringer, IRE. Okay. Which way should I be going here? To 3 to the right. What the fuck? That doesn't make sense. Okay, yeah, it does make sense. No, that's wrong. What is going on here? Do I have the right board? Oh. That's where I went wrong. Okay. Oh.
Hello. Greetings.
Okay, so for 3 we want Carnage, Disembowel. Hmm. What did I say needs to go in here? Disembowel. Okay. Hopefully this build works out because this is kind of a pain in the ass. There's nothing worse than going through the motions of trying to replicate someone's build and then having it be complete trash. However, I think with the amount of Ubers I have on this build, it's gonna be kind of hard to be trash, but Ubers aren't that powerful as they used to be because of the tempering is really important now. It's just as important as the Ubers. So we want to go with Blood Rage. I believe that's Marshall. Hold on 1 minute. Yes. Okay. This is the worst part. I do not like these Paragon boards. Honestly. I wish they would have like did something different, but I know that a lot of people really like these. I'm just not a fan. I never have been. Why wouldn't I take all these damage while berserkings? He doesn't take these. In fact, he doesn't even take that one. I don't know if that's... I mean, I guess he knows what he's doing, so... I'll just shut up and do what it says. I feel like these should be taken, but, okay. You must have those... They must have really strung out these points to be fine-tune them to not take those points there, because normally you would take that if because I believe in the video he said his damage was coming from berserking, part of it, most of the damage. Maybe I misheard him. Okay, so Marshall. Okay, Marshall, where is the Marshall? The law. Lay down the law. Okay, there we go. Marshall. The next one is Decimator Twister. Okay. Okay. I believe it was Twister. Okay. And then it looks looks like we need to go back to... Thanks for hanging out. And if you're watching on the VOD or YouTube, you can always fast forward this boring stuff. Or maybe it's not boring to you. I don't know. Some people find it interesting to see what each thing does. So, I mean, yeah, I could have done this off stream, probably. But, that's just what you get when you follow me. I'm not going to be editing this or anything like that. In fact, I haven't been doing any art for the streams and writing descriptions or anything lately. I might come back through and do that later, depending on how motivated I feel, I guess. I've been kind of losing my motivation for streaming, to be quite honest with you guys. I enjoy streaming, but lately life has been throwing stuff at me, and I haven't been feeling so great lately. So I hope you can understand. I mean, we all go through things in life, and I just haven't had the time to make the quality streams that I was making previously. So, or I don't even know if it's about time. I mean, partially it is, but it also has to do with motivation and willingness to try to make something a little better, and I just haven't felt like I needed to do that. So that might change as time goes on, but I don't plan on stopping permanently or anything like that streaming, because I do enjoy streaming, and I enjoy meeting new people too. Even if it's not on Twitch, you know, eventually it would be nice to have, like, get my Discord going a little bit more, and get people involved in the community. That would be a lot of fun, I think. But yeah, I mean, I love this game, so I want to do content on it, and it's headed in the right direction to where I feel like I can do content on it. I was starting to lose hope with this game, to be honest, and they've really done a 180. I mean, yeah, I still have my gripes, but when I complain, it's out of passion for this game. It's not out of hatefulness, and I think a lot of people don't realize that when I'm complaining, it's just simply out of the fact that I love this game so much, and I wish that they would get their shit together and make it so, you know, because it's not rocket science, you know. Yeah, creating games is hard, but they have an unlimited budget to hire some of the best developers in the world. And I feel like they're not, no offense to the developers, by the way, there's some really good developers on the team. I know for a fact there is, but something's not right. We did good with this season, yeah, but there might be a leadership problem. I'm not gonna like point fingers, but I'm just gonna say senior leadership is probably the problem. Um, don't ask me how I know that. Uh, I just think that they need to start listening more instead of being boneheaded. And it's not a lot of it's not a lot of people's fault. A lot of the developers would agree with a lot of stuff I say, even when I'm complaining. So I hope that they don't take that to heart, like when they hear me bitching about how. Well, I might say something about how shitty their mechanics are, or what they like. You know, I complain a lot about, like, I say things kind of don't snowflake what I say, basically, because I do beat up on them quite a bit, especially when they're not putting in important mechanics like group finder. Um, like that's so important for a game like this to have. That's just basic knowledge. Uh, and people are going to third-party websites to trade items. I think that's absolutely fucking ridiculous that people are having to do that. Um, they need to implement a trading UI system. I, even if it's a basic one where you just meet up with somebody and make the trade. But I would much rather have an advanced one, like say, New World has like an auction. Um, Black Desert Online has an auction. I'm not saying real money. I know that Blizzard's got a fucking bad history with auctions, with their real money, and they were greedy when they did that. But it's time to move on from that and just do a full gold one. You know what I mean? Like in game for the players. It gets people more involved. It keeps people wanting to come back to the game. And when you have players that are leaving the game um, to go make some trade with somebody else, they're actually leaving the game. They're stopping what they're doing when they're playing, and it's a distraction from the game itself. Um, so I think that they need to implement something that allows you to trade with other players without having to go to a third-party website. I don't. I have not ever gone to third-party websites playing Diablo for any reason. I've always stayed in game. But feel like I'm missing out a lot because I'm watching other streamers go there and get get amazing gear that I will probably never find because I have been unwilling to go to another website to find that gear, and it shouldn't be like that. Um, I shouldn't have to feel that way. Um, that that I need to go somewhere else to play the game. So, uh, and people might say, "Oh, just stop whining." No, shut the fuck up. Because number one, it's you're using a third-party website to do trading within the game. That's absolutely fucking stupid. It should be in the game all the once, and there's a number of reasons why it's bad to go to a third-party website. Number one, uh, um, it's easier to get scammed. I mean, if you had it in a system that was an official system that's built into the UI, like I'm not saying you're gonna get scammed, but prices would be worldwide. So everybody would be getting what the value of the item is. And secondly, the from what I hear all the time is people talk about the trade Diablo, what is it, dot trade or some shit, Diablo 4 trade. I don't know what it's called. But what I hear all the time is from people is how bad it is. It's down right now. I think this morning I even heard that. Oh, the website's down or it doesn't work. They could fucking, and I just think it's a waste of time to not have it in the game. So I know that developers aren't going to listen to a person like me, but maybe if you could echo what I'm saying, maybe you are an influencer, um, and maybe you found this video in some weird way, because I'm sure I'm not in any kind of uh, majority resource right now, especially with my shitty advertising and self promotion. I have been I haven't had the willpower to um, fix my shit, and get out there and be you know I'm not gonna put on a fake persona basically. So I've been going through some real life shit, and it's been detrimental to me. But I still want to continue streaming. So um, even if I'm not in the top 10, whatever, you know what I mean. So but if you are an influencer and you're listening, like, maybe you can echo that. I'm sure that if enough people say something, it will get done. I've seen it done. When the community has an outcry, and it's enough voices, the senior leadership over there on the Diablo 4 team do listen. But it's only when there's a big call for it, and there is a big call for it because there's a lot of issues with the game. Like, I seen somebody yesterday talking about PvP. Nobody who gives a fuck about PvP right now. They need to focus in on the enjoyment of the PvE. Of course, yes, PvP is very important. I love PvP, but you can't do that right now. There's too much. There's way too much stuff that needs to be worked on. But implementing an auction is very important, even right now at this time. Even though the loot system is still being worked on, they need to implement that, as well as a group finder. A group finder is very important for the dungeons, and then they're going to have raids. Don't expect people to be joining clans just to do raids. That's fucking ridiculous. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. And I hope to hell that the raids aren't going to be like some fucking bullshit about four people raids. There better be at least 12 people per raid. That's what you have on the world bosses. I believe it's 12 people on the world boss. But you need to have a good majority, at least 12, minimum 12, minimum. And it needs to be difficult. And the world bosses are too easy, by the way. You guys need to buff that. Need to buff that shit. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the mercenaries for sure. I mean, that's gonna be fucking killer. I just did I just put together a build for this whirlwind build. I crafted Tyrell's Might. I didn't get a GA though. Greater Apex on it. It's just a regular one, unfortunately. But I got all the wrong gear on this build. But I'm gonna try to do Rob's 2628 whirlwind barb. So we're gonna test it out right now. I haven't even tested it. I just put in all the skill points in the Paragon boards, and I'm gonna try that out right now. So I guess we could go to a dungeon, or maybe just hop in. I need the gear because I got all the wrong gear on. I'm not even supposed to be wearing Yens, and my amulet, everything's crap right now. So we're gonna be doing gear farming, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Are you a Diablo 4 player? I assume that you're interested in the game, or you're either a player. Why do I smoke during the stream? Because I have an addiction. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that feels nice. Yeah. You know, I get graphical artists in my stream all the time. But I never get real viewers. It's kind of weird. Am I like on some kind of like advertisement for needing an artist? Because I can't tell you how many graphical artists come to my stream. It's kind of insane, actually. Yeah, I'm not looking for an artist, but I appreciate the offer. It's probably hard if that's what your work is, and you're not doing anything else, to being a graphic artist today. Maybe that's why I'm getting so many offers from artists with AI being your ultimate enemy. Maybe that's why I'm getting so many. I mean, that's what would make sense to me. Is that artists are having a hard time right now, and that's sad. I wish I could help you, but I don't have the money, and I certainly don't have the viewers to be investing in art. If anything, I'd invest in some green screen lights, you know? Wow, this feels really good. I really like this build. Spin to win. Oh man. I ran out of fury. Or essence, or yeah, fury. We need to get our gear here. Hopefully we get some boots and a good ammo. We need it, obviously. we go. I missed the goblin bags, the treasure bags that they had. I think they should have left those in. The goblins just don't drop really that great of stuff without the bags. Oh, his single point damage is not good. Rob was right about that. Look at how bad it is with the single target. Okay, we need to do some nightmare dungeons, I think. Wow, I almost bit the dust there. Yeah, we definitely need better gear. also need to grab my pet. I forgot to grab my tiger. So we gotta do that too. I just wanted to see how it felt before we went into a dungeon. It feels good for not having the right gear on. I can imagine it feeling a lot better once I have the gear. So let's collect our chests and get out of Helltide and take care of business with that. That should be the plan for today. I got so many boss mats, it's insane. I could probably spend the next 5 days straight just doing bosses. Or more. Maybe even the entire, like, 2 weeks doing bosses. Nothing but bosses. I got it stacked up on so many different characters, it's insane. I mean, it's just crazy. Uh, No GAs at all. You know, that's ridiculous. Did I get any GAs? None. Okay, there's one. Okay. Fuck, we're gonna have to make a lot of changes here. I'm using a non-GA. Gotta be kidding me. What the hell was I doing with this build? All these are non-G... Oh my fuck. I thought these were GAs. They're not even GA. Oh my god. Alright. We've got a lot of work to do here. It's gonna start with the weapon, I guess. I'm gonna smash this to get back my work. The master working on this. If you don't know this, you can get back the total half of your master working.
That cannot be salvaged.
Oh, it won't let me smash because of that. Alright. See, it gave me back the oval.
You will prepare. The stars will reply.
I mean, this will do for now. It's not the best, but it's better than this. How is critical strike damage under berserking finesse? It doesn't say critical strike damage. What the hell happened? Berserking finesse, offensive. Critical strike damage, it says. But it's not here. This build is, information is wrong on this website. That's not good. Let me read the notes on this. It doesn't make sense. Unless they removed it, which would be really fucking stupid. Critical strike damage under offensive. Offensive. Berserking. But there's no option for critical strike. And there's no notes of what what class I need to. Let's just I'm very confused with this now. Why it says that. Do I need to create another class to do that? It's so dumb if that's the case. Don't look now, graphics design guy. If you're even still here, I'm having another cigarette. I don't know what the fuck to do about this shit, though. Makes no sense. Yeah, I need to quit smoking, that's for sure. So, let's... Wait, what the...
What will it be?
There's nothing about critical damage here. Why the fuck would he say... It doesn't even make sense. Do I need to make a rogue? Oh, please tell me I don't have to make a rogue to roll critical strike. Is that what's going on? I really don't want to make a rogue to roll an apex. That would be really dumb if that's what I have to do. Vulnerable damage. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't believe this. We need to create a fucking rogue. In order to roll, and then you have to level the rogue to get the critical strike. Unfucking believable. And I don't have any open slots. Fuck.
Anything else?
Precious stones to catch the light. Come and see.
Anything else?
Okay, so this is the problem with not enough inventory space is having to deal with this. But and having to create an extra character to roll is fucking stupid. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't even make sense to me why they're doing this. It shouldn't be like this. What is this? Makeup? Unfortunately, I can't do that until I level her to get her to the stupid level of to use that tempering critical strike. That's so important for that build. Um, I forgot about that. The barbarian is unable to do that for some reason. Fuck. And my vaporizer is flooded, so we're stuck with regular cigarettes. I don't know much about Rogue this season. In fact, I don't know anything about it. So
Can you feel it, Wormwood?
let's find a way to get this option so that we can make the weapon that we need for the barbarian. This is dumb. This is just dumb that they're making people create rogues to roll critical strike. If this is the information that I'm getting, that's the requirement. Is a rogue. And it's not as simple as just creating one. You have to actually level it to get the option to put critical strike on the weapon. That's what it says. Okay, well, let's put in some skills real quick. Of course, why would there be a fucking no, we won't make it. Shit.
I'm not ready yet.
We gotta wait for a hell tide. What the fuck? Did they? This is so janky. Their mounting system, where it runs into everything you touch.
Take care, traveler.
I don't believe that we're actually making a rogue. I had no intention of creating a rogue this season.
I need time to do that.
course, there's nobody here. I mean, there is 2 people, obviously, or 3 people. Usually there's a full thing. It's a Saturday. There'd be a ton of people here. And they're weak down this. I got unlucky with this. Might have to switch games. Did the level 100 leave? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he sure did. What a fucking nightmare. What a fucking nightmare this is. Siphoning strikes? Is that what I need? Shadow stepping. Discipline shadow step. Dash. Weapon mastery. It just put me in a shit lobby, that's all. I would already be level 35 by now if I was in a good lobby. Damn it. Hello? What? Yep, bye. Okay, I know what we'll do. We'll do this. Oh, I thought this was a weapon thing. Never mind. Okay, so we need to find a better lobby, because this one's kind of ass. After we get 100 cinders here. Dude, give me some fucking cinders. Holy fuck, dude. Okay, we need to calm down. All right, let's go down to the stupid area where everybody's low level apparently in this lobby. Fucking necromancers. Oh my goodness. I'm done. Actually, I had enough. Get the fuck out of my... Wow. Let's see if I can put that critical strike on the weapon now. What's it supposed to be under exactly? Shit. Oh my god. I don't want to do this. There's supposed to be under critical strike, berserking finesse. What the fuck are they talking about, man? Fuck you. This piece of shit YouTuber that I'm watching right now on the other screen is trying to sell gold from a gold website for real money. And this fucking idiot is advertising that. I hope that Blizzard sees this guy's video so they ban his ass. It's called Marksman Finesse. So obviously I don't fucking have it yet. But why is it missing from the Barbarian? Yeah. Son of a bitch. So I haven't found it yet. Son of a bitch. Okay, so the only way to do it is, yeah, is to do it this way. And it's under Marksman's Finesse. I haven't found it yet. So yeah, if it's not one thing, it's the next. We're building a rogue to temper a weapon for the barbarian. What a stupid fucking move. Why would Blizzard do this? It's just absolutely fucking ridiculous what they're doing. They're wasting everybody's time. By doing this stupid shit. Do I have weapon mastery done? Well, jeez. Yeah, I don't think this is wasn't expecting doing this. I was gonna play the barbarian, but I need to have that that rolled on the weapon. Its critical strike's very important for that build. So and if I make a bleed build or a flay, I think I'm gonna make a flay build later as well. It's been 3 hours and I need to start doing some stuff around here, and I haven't done anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Most likely be back on tonight for some more Diablo 4. So if you would like to join me for that, that'd be great. If not, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and yeah, always watch your back, you know? Never know. See you later, guys. And there's that fucking hammering. Where is that coming from? This guy. Yo! Somebody do something about this motherfucker. I'm sorry, but that that fucking hammering is just... Tell me that's not annoying. Listen to it. Alright, later, guys.
Oh, the screen is dark, honey. It's dark 'cause war lyrics gone. One day I'll find another streamer, darling. One who'll play till the break of dawn. You know I'm torn up, honey. I'm torn from that digital spell. My eyes are dry, oh, so dry, sweetheart. From watching the night when war lyric fell, I'll pour me a drink just to ease the pain. Raise a toast to the ghost of that online rain. The chat's gone quiet, it's so quiet, baby. No emotes fly where we once raised hell.